Hi friends, so tonight I wanted to do a little bit of jelly printing, and I want to do it on dictionary paper. This is a very old dictionary. I think it was my daughter's when she was in high school, or at some point, I don't know, but like it's already falling apart and I've already torn off some pages. So I wanted to see if I could jelly print on it, because like the pages are kind of fragile, I feel. Do you see how it's like discolored there? Like they tear very easily. So I wanted to see how it will work on jelly printing, because I think it would look pretty cool to have the words behind it, some jelly print. So let's take out 3 pages. This is my 8.5 by 11 jelly plate. No, 10 by 8 by 10. There you go, 8 by 10. I don't store it the way I should, like in its little case thing. I don't even know. I think I still have it. Yeah. See, I should put it in here when I'm done, but the last few times I've just been tossing it in my cart. So I have this crease here. You can see that. I have it laid on top of a print, so there's a little partial flower there. And then my square one was on top of it right here. So you see the outline of the square. So I know that I should, let's use this side I guess, but I should put it back in the case. That would probably be a better idea. Okay, so when I do jelly printing, I typically do marks and not designs. There are so many people out there that do such pretty jelly prints, like that are actual, they look like actual pictures, like that you could frame. That's how pretty they are. Mine aren't really like that. I just kind of like do like background stuff, I guess. I don't even know. Like I just do mark making. I don't really have a color scheme. I just pick some colors. Hopefully they don't make mud. Let's see. So let's do, I wish I had pink. Oh, you know what? I have these pinks. Let's try some shimmer paint, the Dilution shimmer paint. I have that one and this darker one. I'm using these sparingly because like I don't want to run out ever. But let's just get some paint on here. Man, that shimmer is so pretty. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but that pink shimmer is awesome. But let's see how this is going to turn out on the book pages. So I have these here that I just like to, pick a side, and sometimes I just kind of do this. Sometimes I will get like a card and just do this. And then I have a paper I have a wipey to wipe it off to get fresh ones, because I've noticed that like when I just keep going, they don't come out as dark. So I do wipe it every few prints, I guess. So that's all I'm gonna do for that one, because I'm anxious to see like I'm anxious to see what, you know, what's gonna happen here. I guess I know it should look cool because it has like the words underneath and stuff, but I'm thinking about the paper because the paper is so thin. So I just get any paper and then I just kind of do this business. I mean, I could do it just like this. You could do it like that too. Like if you don't care about what the back looks like, which most of the time I don't. Or you can just rub it. Or do all three. That's what I do sometimes. Sometimes I'm impatient and I pull them up too fast and then you don't get like a really good print. And then the best prints that I've gotten are the ones that I leave overnight or the ones that I leave like for, you know, like 15, 20 minutes or 30 minutes. But this is, can you see that? That shimmer's coming through real pretty. The colors I picked were light, so it's not like a super, you can't really see the lines I did. I mean, you can kind of see them. Let's go, we're gonna go with the darker color and do a print over that. And I'm gonna get, I think I have something else I could use to make prints. I do have this box of just things that I like to use. Well, I found these, I don't know, but like cookie cutters. I think this was supposed to be like a leaf or a flower. I got stars, big stars, and then I got these that I just kind of make prints with. And then of course, paper towel roll, or the cap to a body spray. Stamps. So, oh, and this, of course, favorite. But yeah, let's, so typically I would want to let this paint dry a little bit longer, but, well, you know what? Let's let it dry and I'll pull out my square. Because when you let it dry and the layer of paint you put on top of it will pick it up better. It'll pick up the bottom layer. So now we're going to use this reddish color. These paints are, they're not very thick. You know, like let's say this golden paint. So you see how it's like sliding across, and of course I put too much because I always overdo it. See that? Like I have so much paint on here, so let me, and I don't want to waste it. I'm just gonna open this up, tear another page out. And do this. Get some of that paint off, and it won't go to waste. I'll do something else with that. Okay, so for this one, let's use the paper towel roll and just make some prints on here. And then I'm also actually going to use this, and let's see how that comes on this. And a lot of times I just do halvesies, so I'll just put like half of this here and then half here, and so the print's only going to come out on a portion of it. We'll see how this looks. See, that's nice. I like that. I like doing halvesies a lot, or even like little splotches of different patterns, different colors. So like, let's say I'm gonna put a different color on there, I would just do like maybe that little corner right there of that color. So it's almost like collaging, but with paint, I think, maybe, I don't know. So I'll move this one over. And then let's bring this one back since it's dried a little bit better, or a little bit more. Yeah, that feels better. And let's pick a different color. Am I in frame? I sat down, I was standing up, which is better so I can see if I'm in frame or not, but then my back starts to hurt, so I have to like, I just want to make sure, because I've been really wonky with my videos lately. Like you saw a couple of them ago, I was like out of frame, like real dumb. Okay, let's pick a okay, what do we got? Orange, pink, red. Let's do, well, I am running low on paints. I'm gonna have to splurge a little bit and buy some new colors and some new acrylics because I am running low. But let's do a smidge of violet. Let's do a smidge of cobalt blue. Let's take that caked part off. And one more color. What should we put in there? Let's do this one. Pearlized violet. Let's move that one over here. And just a little bit. Like I said, I have a really bad habit of when I'm jelly printing, I use way too much paint on here. And then I'm always making a big fat mess. The less paint you use, the better the prints will pick up. And it's taken me like a very super duper long time to learn that. So let's just start. See, like that purple, that was like a lot of purple. Let me get another paint, or you know what? This one that I used to wipe the red is to clean off the brayer a little bit. And then let's put this back. That's making an ugly noise. I don't like it. All right. Okay, let's leave it like that. Let's see, what should we use? Okay, I'm gonna, just because this is here, I'm gonna use this. And then maybe one over here. Then I'm gonna use, these little teeth right here, but instead of just going straight line, we're just gonna kind of do that. And maybe back down like that. Maybe that's it. How about let's just do a couple of circles in there because those are my favorite. I have so many prints with just a bunch of circles on it. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is, this is a blank one, has nothing, so that's gonna take up a full side. Right? This one that has the first and the second, I'm just gonna kind of go halvesies on it, or maybe a little less than halvesies. Let's do this right here. Then this one, I'm going to, let's do it like this. Okay, and then for this little chunk here, I have this scrap paper, or scrap one that I used a while back. So I'm just gonna put that here and pick up some color on that. Then I'm gonna put my scrap paper. Well, it's not really scrap paper. Like, this was really nice. I used tracing paper to trace one of my dad's old paintings or old drawings, and I used a tracing paper to do it. But I mean, I have the original, so I could always just do it again. But it was just laying around my desk, and it started getting splatters on it. So now it's just like a scrap piece of paper, I guess. And then I'm just gonna rub. But I think I'm really liking using the dictionary or book print. I mean, it doesn't have to be dictionary. It could be any book, I guess. But the dictionary, this one is kind of old. It was already falling apart. So I figured, you know, might as well just continue tearing it up. Okay, so here's this one. That's nice. Let's take off this little piece. That just oh, look. That one looks cool. This one. Very cool, very cool. And then this is a whole one. Oh, and look, let me show you this. You see that green? That was very old paint from like probably the last couple of times that I used this. So because it had sat on here, I'm gonna say I haven't used this jelly plate in maybe like a month. Okay, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. So that green paint had been sitting on here drying all that time, and it picked it up. So that's the beauty of letting your, like if I were to leave this alone and let those purple marks just dry, and then come back in with another light layer of paint, you know, if I let it dry for a few hours or even overnight and I come back, it's going to pick up that purple, which is so cool because look, this one got that green. So that's neat. That was a nice little surprise there. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and do a few pages of book text to see how it works, how this particular page was going to work on a jelly plate, and I really like it. I'm wondering if I don't need like another little smidge of color here, or because it's like blank, there's no words there, I'll probably just do this, and that makes it look better. You know what I mean? Like it was just kind of too empty there. Like right here, that empty part. So if I just do this, that looks better. Yeah, so this is fun. I'll use, I'll let these dry, of course, and then I'm either going to stamp over them. I have my alpha stamps. I could stamp over them in black ink and use them in a journal, or I can draw. I'm not good at drawing. I've said it a million times, but I'm trying to get better at my flowers, and I love drawing with India ink, loose flowers. I'm not like pretty, you know, intense drawer sketch person, whatever. But loose flowers with India ink is probably my favorite. Let me just give you an example, which I have it pinned. I admire people who can draw for sure. I just have not been able to master that. But see, so I just do loose stuff. That's kind of like my favorite thing to do. So maybe I'll do some of these on here. Anyway, these will definitely go in a journal somehow, some way. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on real quick and do a little bit of jelly printing on dictionary text. I'm a big fan of this one. And this one, of course, was the one that I cleaned my brayer on. This will turn into something. This will not go to waste at all. I'll probably sketch something on that, but I may come back and show you what I turn these into, because I'll probably keep working on it right now. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so I finished making the little things with the jelly prints that I did on the book text, or the dictionary text. Yeah, nothing, you know, like super spectacular, but just little things that I can see. That's just a little flower made with India ink that I can use in journals. Like I'll just glue it down and, you know, journal on a page, or I'll put it in my planner. I'll use these up probably this week. But I always have a good time making just little pieces like this to put, this was just collage to put in my books. Yeah, this was collage. I did this a long time ago. I need to do a video on this, on my little squares, watercolor squares. So that was just collage, and this one's just collage too. I just did, I used other bits that I had. I have this flower stamp. I'm not super crazy about this stamp set. Like, I saw it in the store and it caught my eye, but then I got home and then I was really looking at the flowers and I'm like, yeah, I'm not a fan of those petals. Probably this one is the, oh sorry, this one is like probably the one I like the most, or this one, or the leaves. But other than that, I was like, it was too late. I had already bought it, but anyway, you know, I continued to use it. So I made this one with that. So yeah, these are the bits that I made with the jelly prints, and they'll be being used probably this week. I'm gonna try to use them up. Thanks for watching.